one thing that you can definitely do to help maximize and optimize your rest and recovery is take active recovery days. And although I'm not doing that right now, I'm literally just like walking to my class on campus, but walking is a great way to do this. I view it as like getting your muscles moving, trying to get the lactic acid working out and through the body to help alleviate some of the soreness. At least that's what I've been experiencing. I've been very sore lately. And so on Wednesdays and then like the weekend when I don't lift, I try to still be active, like go for walks or like a bike ride or a dance class or something else, not lifting. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another video. So what we're going to talk about today is rest and recovery. I literally slacked on this so much, like my entire life. If you're new here, my name is Shannon. I did an NPC bikini physique competition this past summer for the first time ever. I've been into fitness my entire life, essentially. Like, I've been a dancer my entire life, and I have aspirations to be a professional dancer, to get more jobs. I've gotten a couple professional jobs, get more jobs, and I'm also getting my master's degree, so here we are. But so after doing my competition, like now I've moved into like a growth and like body recomposition, like getting my hormones back into the right state and being able to really like heal my relationship with food. Honestly, like I have kind of teetered around some eating disorders like my whole life. I think some people in middle school literally thought I was like anorexic or something. I didn't really realize that, but my friend told me that, and she's like, yeah, me and my mom were like really worried. And I was like, I just wanted to be a skinny ballerina, okay? So moving forward from that, yeah, I am really realizing the importance of rest and recovery. This is mainly the like epiphanies I've had have mainly been for my body, like my physical body, but I've been working a lot on my mind as well. So without further ado, let's get into this video and the things that I've started to do for rest and recovery that I think are very fruitful, and I would encourage you to try them, or also let me know what you do for your rest and recovery. So if you want to follow my journey like every day in real time, go find me on Instagram at shandanfit, and here we go. All right, so if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have started to implement post-workout nutrition. This is really important and can really optimize the results that you're seeing for a few reasons. I recently just like dove headfirst into trying First Form's products, and a couple of products that they have are a post-workout protein as well as like glycogen source, essentially. So that would just mean like a carb source. First, Formula One is the protein source, and it is essentially, it's a quick assimilating protein. Like, it's super broken down into a state so that your body can absorb it as like basically as soon as you ingest it. And then the ignition, which is the glycogen high index carb source, you pair those together, mix them in, and what the ignition does then is it gives your muscles the carbohydrates that it's seeking. So some people will do like gummy bears after a workout, or like sour strips or something like that. So what's even better about ignition is it's like broken down even further. So those types of processed carbs are going to be still in like the 2-molecule form. They're probably going to be like disaccharides, versus ignition is going to be like the simplest form. It's just like a pure glycogen molecule. Is that the right term? I don't know, but it's in the most broken down form so that your body can really just absorb it right away and it'll work in your muscles. And so I have personally noticed this helping because I would work out and then do cardio, stretch, and then mix my like post-workout shake and drink it. But there's one day where I was like, oh man, I hammered my biceps. Ooh. And and triceps. Like my whole upper body was like dead. And I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna like mix this and like drink it right now. And I noticed it like working like right away. So I've started to implement that. And I think it does help me stay less sore. Although this last training block that I have, I've just been sore like all the time. So post-workout nutrition is very important. It can help you optimize your gains. And if you don't have products like Formula One and Ignition and you like can't afford them, that's totally fine. Like there are food sources that you can choose that are going to be better than other food sources. So the next thing that you would want to go for are like the processed carbs, like I talked about, the more like sugary carbs, like sour strips, what did I say? Gummy bears, and then also like a lean protein source. Yeah, post-workout nutrition, very important. I just need to interject here shortly. I'm watching Squid Games now, and what? My heart rate was like this. I literally just watched the first episode. I have no words. Okay, with that, let's get back to things that you can do for rest and recovery, which probably doesn't mean watch Squid Games. So, here we go. Another thing that is very, very important to me, and I feel like it's important to lots of other people as well, is stretching, okay? Stretch, please stretch. I stretch after I do cardio or after I lift if I don't do cardio that day. Personally, like this started because I am a dancer and my flexibility has always been just like, you know, like it's fine, it's good, better than the average person, but not like amazing for a dancer. So this year one of my resolutions was to stretch every day, and I've been doing like pretty good at that, like consistently. I say I would hit like 5 out of 7 days like this entire year, and I do that because right after I'm done lifting and doing cardio, I will stretch, and this really just helps loosen up the muscles. It allows you to get a greater range of motion in some of the lifts that you're going to try and do. Better mobility, all of those things are going to help you in the end when you are trying to do these more like compound lifts or like accessory lifts and things like that. So I highly recommend stretching. I love it. I love it. I just can't recommend it enough. Okie dokie. I feel like another thing that I have been doing, maybe it might be the last thing, I don't know. Yeah, the last main thing that I've been doing is taking active recovery days. So what does that mean? What does that even mean? Active recovery is a day where you don't go into the gym and lift per se, or you don't do your main form of exercise, whatever that may be for you, but you're still active. Like you go on a hike, or you go for a long walk, you go for a bike ride, you do yoga, something that is lower intensity, but it's still going to get your body moving. And I like to think of it as like, as I said earlier, like that lactic acid moving through your body and really just helping you stay mobile and moving, but not putting strain on the muscles like that you just killed in the gym. That has been helpful for me, trying to mitigate being fatigued and sore and things like that. And also, I personally just feel better when I move. I feel better when I move all the time, like hence why I'm a dancer probably. Like I just love moving my body. So try to incorporate active rest days, but I also encourage you to take like full on rest days. Like I will have a day, usually for me it's Sundays, where I'm just kind of like, okay, it's okay if I don't get a lot of steps in today. Like we're really just going to focus on whatever I'm doing that day, which usually consists of like going to church, meal prepping, spending time with family or friends, that type of a thing. Active recovery rest days, awesome, as well as a pure rest day. Okay, so those are 3 tips that I have been trying to incorporate into my life that I think are beneficial. And I just wanted to talk about this mainly because I have worked out, like I have lifted weights since like I was a sophomore in high school, and I'm in my 2nd year of my master's degree now, all right? Like that was a long time ago, and I've been lifting super consistently since my junior year in college. So that's like 4 years now. So up until literally this year, sometimes I would work out like 5 days in a row and just take Saturday, Sunday off, or I would literally like wouldn't even have Saturday off because I'd have dance. So I'd just have Sunday off. Like I always thought that the more was better. Like the more that I was sore, the better. The more tired I was, the better. The more I could get in, then better. Like I just didn't understand the importance of actually letting my body rest. But now that I actually understand like the process of what you're doing in the gym, especially for like bodybuilding and like physique type of goals, which is like what I'm still immersed in, I would say. Like I'm still very interested in doing like body recomposition and like growing the muscles that I found to be like lacking, in my opinion, I guess. So yeah, when you're taking all this time and really just like hammering your muscles in the gym, they literally get little tears in your muscle. Like that's how they tear, and then glycogen goes in and protein goes in, and then your muscle repairs itself and grows. And that's how your muscle grows. So if you're not giving it the time to actually repair itself, like that's not going to happen, and you're not going to see the gains that you want. Like you're not going to be able to lift stronger, and you're not going to notice physical size differences. So that's why I've found it very important. And I've also been trying to just be more in tune with my body in itself. So I've just been trying to listen to how it's feeling. If my body is tired and fatigued overall, like I want to listen to that and give it what it needs. Like if I need to just go for a light walk and have an active rest day, like I want to do that and like utilize it fully. So it's definitely something to consider, and it's something that like maybe you haven't considered before. So these are my takes on like active recovery and why it's important to actually take your rest and recovery seriously. All right, so I did think of one more thing. So in that last clip, I know I just said like 3 things, but prioritizing your sleep, that is something else that I have started to do as well. Like I really try to get 8 hours of sleep every night. Obviously, does that happen? No, but like the fact that I'm trying to be intentional about it and like planning my days so that I do have 8 hours at night that I can be resting and sleeping is important, and like it is a game changer. And I even started taking some supplements to help me sleep. This is the one that I've been using right now, Night Tea, also from First Form, but another one that I had used was Core 21. They basically just help you to like reduce your stress, help you sleep better, and just stay in like a restful sleep longer. Obviously that's not essential and not necessary, like trying to just prioritize 8 hours of sleep as well as like winding down before you go to bed. I think that's really important as well, because honestly, for all these things, like for all the supplements and things that are out there, like we just need to go back to the basics sometimes and realize, okay, like what does my body actually need? Like how could I give it that? Sleeping and like prioritizing your rest is definitely a way that we can do that. So definitely trying to get 8 hours of sleep a night is a great way to optimize your rest and recovery as well. All right, so that basically rounds it out. I'm having a great time with my like training split right now, trying to honor my body through rest and recovery and learning new things. I really just like feel like there's a new fire in my training, and just every time I feel like I'm crushing it. And yes, there's going to be some days where I don't want to go to the gym, but I get in there and do my first set, and you know, that spark just ignites the flame, which is usually what happens, right? Like who goes to the gym and then they're like, yeah, I actually don't want to be here, I'm gonna leave. So yeah, those are my thoughts on how you should rest and recover, take care of yourself. Life is stressful, so let's all try to prioritize that. I'm not sure what else I'll put in this video, maybe nothing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have suggestions for me, please let me know, because I'm kind of finding that like the weeks are just rolling by. Like I feel like I'm not really doing anything interesting right now to vlog like I used to, you know, like just give you updates on like my fitness and stuff. So I don't know. If there's other things you would want to see, please let me know. Like I stated at the beginning, you can find me on Instagram at ShandanFit. I post motivation, my updates with my journey and my growth, and like the fall accountability challenge that I'm doing actually, which is basically just I'm trying to stay accountable through the fall, through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and really stay true to myself and my goals, because I do have goals, you know, and food is so fleeting, okay? Maybe I'll talk about that someday. But anyways, yes, we'll talk about that. I also post as well as full day of eatings because we love the food. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will catch you in the next one.